And Jim, Stephen Strom here. First off, congratulations. Thank you for carving out the time. I'm sure you've done a ton of these, but you got the call. You got to put on the jersey on Monday. You'll do your speech in July. Has it hit you yet that you're officially a Hall of Famer?
Well, I guess yes and no. It's been a long day. We left Pittsburgh about 3:30 this morning from the house, and it's been pretty hectic. But certainly, you don't mind getting a little tired. This is a good tired, believe me. So, very proud to be here. Very proud to have been elected into the Hall of Fame. Like I said, excited when I was put on the ballot, but ecstatic when I was elected.
That 1997 Marlins team, any stories or memories resonate when you think about that team in particular?
I can remember the seventh game of the World Series very well. We were in extra innings, and we loaded the bases, and Devon White was up, and I was very short of pitching. I had one player left, Alex Arias. I was short of pitching, so I kept looking at my lineup card to see if I was going to have to double switch, how I was going to maneuver. And I looked up, and Edgar took strike one after Devon White grounded out to the second baseman. So now there were two outs, and everybody, the outfield went back. Everybody was in normal position. And anyways, so Edgar takes strike one. He jumps back from a breaking ball by Charles Nagy. So I'm looking back down at my lineup card, and the next pitch coming is a breaking ball low and away on the outside corner, probably a ball. But Edgar, I think, set him up. He jumped away from the first one, and the next one, he went right out and reached out off the outside part of the plate and hit a base hit to center field. And just like that, the emotion, the up and down swing was unbelievable. I mean, within seconds, you were World Series champion.
Where did you get the memory? Did you always have it, or is it just that specific game? Because, of course, it's Game 7.
No, I think that's one thing I normally have had is a pretty good memory. I can remember plays that happened back in the minor leagues. I can remember one time when I played in the rookie league, and we had lost 16 in a row, and we were winning 3-0 in the 17th game. 2 hits, batsmen, and a walk, and a grand slam. We lost our 17th in a row. So that was back in 1963. So I got a pretty good memory.
Jim Leyland with us now on the Marlins Hot Stove Show. How did your time with the Marlins shape your managerial career?
Well, it was a wonderful experience. And even the second year was, from a personal record standpoint, it was a disaster, obviously. But a lot of those guys went on to play on the World Championship team later on. And I had the privilege of breaking them in. Like I said, your personal record took a beating. We lost 108 games or something. But, Derek Lee and Louis Castillo and some of those young players got, Cliff, I don't know if Cliff was still there, I think. But, so that was kind of rewarding, even though it was a miserable year from a record standpoint. And then, of course, in 1997, to win the World Series, all year long, half the crowd was probably for the other team. Like maybe when Philadelphia came in or the Yankees came in. When we got to the postseason, in those last few games, we had 67,000 people in that stadium. And I want to say it was the second largest crowd since the Coliseum, back when the White Sox played in the Coliseum. So people really turned out. It was absolutely great to win that, especially for Wayne Huizenga, who became a very good friend of mine.
Why do you think you and Dave Dombrowski work so well together?
We won. That usually heals all wounds. But no, truthfully, we won quite a bit. We did, and we didn't win it all that much, but we went to 3 World Series together in a 10-year period that I managed for Dave. Dave was the boss, and we all have a boss. And then I was kind of the boss on the field, and the players understood. They were great about it. We just had a good relationship, and I always liked Dave because to this day he's not afraid to make a deal. He's not afraid. He's not afraid to go out and get a free agent. He'll take his chances. He's not afraid at all, and I've always respected that about him. He, like he told me when he was at Philadelphia. I want to win in Philadelphia, not Reading. So, that's pretty good.
Jim, people love you, of course, because of the games you've helped win for fans and teams, but your raw emotion in interviews are authentic and almost perplexing because we look at you as this tough and strict individual, but you were very in touch with your feelings. What made you comfortable being vulnerable, and why do you think the game gets you to that point of almost in tears?
Well, I don't think people understand how hard it is to win a Major League Baseball game and how hard it is for players to play on an everyday basis and give everything they got and the trials and tribulations they go through and the slumps and that. And when you accomplish something, the emotion kind of comes out, especially for the utility players. I always liked it when my utility player got the big hit to win the game because the cameras weren't always on the star every night.
Mm.
That's when you know you got a team. That's when you know it's meshing together and you got something going. And I always felt for those guys. I love the players, but I do think that, as I said earlier today, I think the players like discipline. And I'm not talking about being hard on the players, but I think the players like leadership. I believe they do today. I think the young people are looking for leadership, and it kind of takes a little burden off their shoulders when somebody else steps out front and kind of takes a little pressure off them. I think the players really like that, to be honest with you.
You think it's changed as far as discipline and organization and structure?
Well, I think there's some things that have changed a little bit, obviously, with all people nowadays call it analytics. I call it information. I had all the information you could possibly have when I managed, but there is more today, and some of it's very good. Once again, going back to my press conference, I said I'm old, but I'm not old school. You can always learn, and I think there's a lot of good stuff out there today, particularly on the pitching side, not so much on the hitting side, but on the pitching side, there's a lot of good stuff out there, pitch usage and stuff like that. We really didn't have quite all that stuff when I managed.
Jim Leyland with us now on the Marlins Hot Stove Show. Into the Hall of Fame he goes. Jim, you've given so much to the game. What has the game given you from either an emotional, a spiritual, whatever it may be?
Well, I mean, it's obviously giving me everything. I'm going to the Hall of Fame, so it's just I can't tell you what the game's given to me. I've tried to give it my all, but the game gave me everything back too. And what I mean by that is all the players you have over the course of the years, all the relationships that you build up. It's just special, particularly when you get those teams from time to time where you get that family atmosphere and you can tell in the clubhouse this is a special team. And you can tell when you don't have a special team as well, and you got to make some adjustments. But just the relationships and being together every single day. It's a long, long season. You're going to have some ups and downs. You're going to have some players mad at the manager. The manager's going to be mad at the players. But at the end of the day, you're all in it together.
Two more left for you, and we'll let you go. Jim Leyland with us now. With managing it, I think it's different than any other sport as far as a coach in hockey or a coach in football. You have to poke and pry and then back up. And when did you become authentic or comfortable in your managerial style? Because it could be tough when you're younger. When did you start to feel comfortable in who you were as a manager?
Actually, pretty early in my career, but it came from the minor leagues. And I'm not saying by any means that you have to manage in the minor leagues to manage the big leagues, because you don't. There's been people that have proved that for a lot of years now. But my experience in the minor league was the thing that taught me how to manage. When you manage 11 years in the minor leagues and you get to the big leagues, something comes up in a big league game, you've probably seen that somewhere before because you managed 11 years in the minor leagues. Somewhere one year you saw that situation and you're kind of ready for it. It's kind of an instinctive thing. So the experience I got in the minor leagues was so valuable to me. Not everybody has to do it. And the other thing that I've always said is when you're a former big league player, and there's a lot of them that have gone on to be successful managers, great managers. But if you're a really good big league player and you take over a team, you have to lose the players' respect. But when you're a minor league player, and I'm not complaining about it, it's just a fact. But when you're a minor league player, not a very good one like myself, and you end up getting a big league job, you have to earn the players' respect. So there's a difference there. And I think that's very important. And I think that's why managing the minor leagues was what I needed to do it. I would have never been a good big league manager without it, but there are a lot of guys that are.
Last one, and people love you for many reasons, but one of them is your quick temper and you are very passionate. You ever almost feel bad sometimes going to the umpire? You ever look back and be like, I was a little bit too hard on him. Like, I don't know if I should have reacted this way. Are you just like, you know what? I went out there for a reason. He screwed up and this is why I did it.
Well, I can tell you this. I never went out and argued with an umpire to try to motivate my team. I think that's ridiculous. If you have to do that, you're not doing a very good job of managing. So if I went out beefing about a call, I was legitimately upset about something. But there were times when my language wasn't very good. I wasn't proud of the language. No, I wasn't proud of the language I used. Probably not, some of the names I called people probably was not very good. but the umpires and nowadays they call you that right back, so it's kind of evens out. But yeah, I'm not proud of all those, but for the most part, I had a great relationship with umpires, and I respect them very much. I respect them because when you're a manager, you have a home field, and normally the fans will be on your side, the home fans normally. But the umpire doesn't have a home field. He's a
Nobody.
visitor wherever he goes. He's a visitor wherever he goes. That makes it tough.
Very good. Jim, I really appreciate the time. Congratulations. So well deserved. And from all of the Florida Marlins and Miami Marlins currently, congratulations. And we're so happy for you.
Well, thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it.